Good morning, everybody. My name is Ann Rossley. I'm here with my colleague, Kyle Harvey. We both sell real estate in downtown Chicago. We're with Beard & Warner, and we come to you every week to talk about Chicago real estate. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good.
You're just racing this morning.
I know. Time just got away from us, didn't it?
Shot from a cannon.
Exactly. So everybody, we're going to do some really fun stuff today. We're going to talk first about statistics. Then we're going to talk about one listing that's new between us, and then talk about Curbio. Then we've got a really interesting segment Kyle put together about how to get your home sold fast. And she's got an in-depth view of some properties that are under contract in the city. So anything else before we get going?
No, let's jump in.
Okay.
Yeah. Did we talk about assessments? Did we say we were going to talk about triennial?
Oh, we didn't, but we are going to talk about that. Yes. Okay. So starting with a snapshot this week, closed listings were down, but I just want to take a moment to say this is not indicative of the market, nor is it scary. As Kyle knows, and many of our viewers know, the end of the month is when the greatest number of closings take place. That's because, people are preparing for getting, out of their lease. That usually is the first of the month. And also closing costs are lower at the end of the month. So you can see last week, month before.
Yeah.
So that's that. If you look at under contract, that's, more of a smooth number here. We're still down a little bit.
Last week was a holiday week.
Last week was a holiday week. Exactly. New listings.
This week was this past week. So this is the first week after Labor Day. So It had the Labor Day Monday, and then it had Rosh Hashanah. This past week will have Yom Kippur. It will be slower because of that.
Yep. But look at the trend.
Yeah.
We're the blue, a little bit down versus previous year. So, but I'm, again.
The previous year was the COVID year, which is not necessarily indicative.
Typical.
Yeah.
Right. This shows active and temporary properties on the market. We're a little bit low on number of properties, but again, 1 week does not make a market. This shows the number of showings, and it's based on how many people were out looking the first week of January. So the number in orange, which is this year, is not the same necessarily as the number in gray, which was 2019, but it shows you the pattern of showings. And you can see last week with the holiday and vacations, it was down. Okay, let's talk single family homes under contract in the whole city of Chicago. 2712, which is up 1.1%. Month supply of homes overall in the whole city of Chicago, 3.2 months, down 36% versus previous year. But now let's hone in on where we live and work and know North Chicago Township. And again, this is the river on the south, the river to the west, Fullerton on the north, and the lake. So very small geographically, but lots of properties in that area. Single family home price of $1,102,550 is up 13%. However, that is not the highest. We hit our high mark in early 2020. Condos, median sales price $391 is down 1.3%. We were, down further here. So we're hanging in that range of $391. Month supply of single family homes in North Chicago.
Can we go back?
Sure. Always can go back.
So I'm asking this question. 391 doesn't mean that prices are dropping. It means that the lower priced properties are selling more and the higher priced ones aren't selling as much. So it's sort of tricky. The higher priced condos may not be hitting it, because I got to tell you, the lower priced condos in the area around me, which is the Gold Coast area, are on fire every week, every day, because I check the stats every day. Every day they're going under contract. So it's just, looking at this data may mean that the ones that would drive up the price aren't selling, the higher price ones.
No, that's a good point. It can also mean that there are more available and people, you know, for example, when a new building comes in at a certain price point, that can affect it.
Yeah.
Certainly a trend up would say maybe prices are increasing, but you have a very good point there. All right. Month supply of single family homes were under 3. And you can see this is way low versus previous years. Same holds true with condos. We're lower, although not lower than previous years. So we're normalizing in condos after COVID versus single family homes that we truly have a low inventory. Now, this is an interesting, to your point about how many are selling. This is single family homes in North Chicago Township, and this is the number of units. Year to date, 457 homes have sold versus 269 last year versus 238 the year before. So in terms of number of home sales, we're up 70% year over year. In condos, we're also up 60% year over year, but last year was down. And, you know, we all agree because of COVID, people were trying to get out of condos.
They're surging back in.
But they're coming back. Absolutely. Okay. Lakeview Township, quickly. Lakeview is just north of North Chicago Township. It goes up to Devon, and this is Western Avenue on the west side. Single family home prices up 8.4%. And unlike North Chicago, we're hitting new highs in pricing on single family homes due to lack of inventory and the desire to get out of condos and into homes. Median sales price on a condominium in Lakeview, $340,000, up 1.5% over previous year. We experienced a little peak. Now we're coming down a little bit. But to Kyle's point, it's a strong lower price market. Month supply is only 2.6. That's down 47% versus previous year. Down 45%, excuse me.
Incredible.
Condos in Lakeview, 2.8 months. Down 42%.
Hot.
Single family homes, 486 homes sold versus 335 last year, 379. And this is a year-to-date number. So through August of 2021.
So it's comparing apples to apples.
Exactly right. Okay, condos, number of closed sales. Lakeview's gone crazy. We're up 57% versus previous year on number of condos closed. Okay, and that's it.
Very interesting. Very
There we
interesting. So let's talk triennial assessments, because there's it didn't get enough info, and I'm not entirely certain people are getting their mail from the assessors. I certainly didn't get my tax bill until after I paid it, because I knew to go look for it. But tell me what's going on.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Just 2 days ago, or on Friday, they mailed out the triennial reassessment for North Chicago. We just talked about that township. That's the area, River on the south, River on the west, Fullerton on the north, and Lake on the east. So it's basically Lincoln Park and near north communities. So you have until October 19th to file your appeal to say that your home is not worth what they're taxing you on. So it's time to go, peeps. Time to go.
And I'm not entirely certain that people knew what was going on.
Well, you know what? They're so far behind. These should have been mailed out like in March, you know, and they're just coming out now. Lakeview has not gone out yet. That will go out next month. I just wanted to show you an example of what this kind of looks like. This is one of my listings. So they estimate the value of the home at $1,100,000. That's not the true market value. The market value on this home is probably about 1.7. Previous year was 951, and they give a land value and then they give a building value. So obviously you're going to fight on the building value. The other thing to remind everybody, please take every exemption that you can possibly take. If this is your primary residence as of January 1, you should have a yes here. If you're a senior citizen as of January 1, you should have a yes here. These roll over. So meaning that once you file for it, you should be able to maintain that exemption. If you do not have a yes there, if it says no or not applicable, but you really should be getting it, you can file what's called a certificate of error, which means you can get a refund. And I have clients who have had that happen.
3 years back.
Exactly right. So everybody, just a reminder, look at your assessments. If you're in a condominium, chances are your building will work on your behalf, but make sure that they are.
Yes.
Oh, one final comment. Many of these attorneys who work with taxes can fight for you. They do it on a commission basis, and they will take probably about 1/3 of your first year savings, but it's a 3-year savings. So it's well worth it to hire an attorney who really knows the ins and outs of.
They'll be successful, and you won't doing it alone.
Right. Well, I know people who've done it alone successfully, but they're much less likely to be successful and much less likely to save as much money.
Exactly. Don't do it. It's not worth it, people.
No, it's not worth it.
I know you think you're as smart as a lawyer in this area, but it's so complex, and they know what to say and know how to do it and to get it in on time. So it's worth it.
Exactly right.
Let's see about Curbio. Let's get an update on that beautiful condo that is being transformed.
Okay, so this is wacky. Excited to share. Excited. So if you remember a few months ago, this is what the condo looked like. It had carpet in the main living area. The kitchen was 30-year-old plastic yellow, because they had been originally white, cabinets.
This is a really nice building. 33 West Huron is a really nice building.
This is what the kitchen looked like with the big tiles. And you can see, compared to the white appliances, just how yellowed they'd become. Okay, do you remember when these sinks were in style?
No, they were never in style. They were just manufactured.
The microwave and the dishwasher. This is the prime.
Is that old? Anyway.
Yeah, no, 30 years. This is what 30 years of white cabinets, and they didn't even age the same way. Isn't that something? Okay.
To look at.
We got the handrails for the elderly.
Yeah, but everyone needs that.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I could use it. Okay. So Curbio went in there. For those of you who may not know, Curbio comes in and they actually do the work and float the money to the seller. After it closes, they get paid. So it is a great opportunity to get your home ready for sale. Ooh. So instead of the carpet, we put down LVT.
Tell them what LVT means.
Luxury vinyl tile.
Good work.
Thank you. Okay, so look at that compared to what that living room was. You know, this is what people now do. Do you know of any living rooms in Chicago that have carpet in them?
Sadly, yes.
There's my kitchen. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Brand new white cabinetry.
Oh.
We're not totally done yet. So, but just
so
look at how much
along.
better. Yeah. So there you can see the before and the after. I love that shot.
Oh.
All right, I'm going to go through a couple quick more. That's the bathroom shower.
What's the door look like? Just a big glass wall?
Because it's a tight space, it's kind of like a barn door and it slides.
Ooh, yeah.
It's very nice. This is the second bathroom. Again, we brought the LVT in, new counter. Look at the sink there. Nice. Faucet. Okay, so here are the numbers. We determined that if they hadn't done any work at all, we could probably sell it for about $325,000. Construction cost is $65,000. But we think that we can get an after renovation sales price of about $525,000, which means a net increase of $134,000 using Curbio and getting this ready to sell. So I invite you to continue watching our show, people. We're going to stage it this week. next week I can show you pictures of the stage property, and then we'll be on the market, and we'll see if we can really get a huge increase based on Curbio.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. So are we going now to talk? Let's do your listing.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just keeping it going.
Just keep it going. Thanks for keeping me on track. Okay, new listing this week, 542 Brompton. This is, and I'm starting with the floor plan first. This is a duplex down condo in East Lakeview. It is 3/4 of a block off of Inner Lakeshore Drive. So you're right by the lakefront. And because it's 3550 North, you're right at Recreation Drive with golf course, beach, tennis courts, Waveland Cafe, and a block and a half from Fun Broadway. This is a 4-bedroom. Here's the primary, 2nd bedroom, big formal living room with beautiful bay window, dining room, really good kitchen. And then downstairs, you've got, we call it an office and a sitting room. They're actually 3 and 4, plus a wine cellar, storage, and a huge rec room. So that'll be
nice on this thing. This is great.
Isn't this nice? 515.
Wow.
It's one of those old, beautiful courtyard buildings. It is the best maintained of any vintage I've seen. It has, and I don't think you can see it, but it's got a Spanish tile roof.
Yeah.
Look at the terracotta detailing on that.
Beautiful.
It's just glorious. So these owners just have loved this unit. They've got museum lighting for the gallery here. Mm-hmm. They stripped all the woodwork down. Now, some of it's painted, but it's not like a lot of vintage hardwood where it's glopped on paint, years and years and years. This is the vintage all done.
Beautiful.
Flows to the dining room. Look at this Euro kitchen. Not huge, but works really well. Top of the line appliances. Really pretty, isn't it? Formal dining room. This is downstairs. Now, he's an audiophile, so he's got his equipment over here and speakers. But this, most people would probably use this to put their TV.
Yeah.
But the run is there.
TV behind it, yeah.
Yeah. So area over here for exercising. That was the stairs down. All my pictures. Okay, primary bedroom. 2nd bedroom. Okay, this is the 3rd bedroom opening to the wine room. They're using it as a den. This is the 4th bedroom they're using as an office. Beautiful clean white bathroom, beautiful powder room, and a little back deck area.
This is really good. Where do you park?
Parking's around the corner. Mm-hmm. They have 2 parking spaces that have transferable leases.
Excellent.
So yeah.
No, that's great. That is a cool listing. And what I like about it for the people who are challenged with knee issues, hi, Kyle Harvey, it's a high 1st floor, and the 2nd and the lower level actually has light because it's got half light, and those are half windows. It's actually, that's a really good property.
Well, and it's in the Nettlehorse School District.
Oh.
So with 4 bedrooms for somebody who is value conscious, be a great place to live in the city. Especially
with the parks right there. And it's not far from parks with jungle gyms and for young kids. That's really good. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Woo.
Absolutely. Okay. So go ahead.
This is more of a discussion and so Ann and I, as you folks have seen when you watch this, Ann and I think about all the time when we're doing our research. We daily go into the MLS to try and understand what's going on in the market. And we study in particular properties that sell quickly. Because when properties sell quickly, it means they were well priced, well prepared, well disclosed, meaning if you're selling something as is, an estate sale, you lay out all the problems. So properties that are really well positioned going onto the market tend to sell fast because people see the value and jump in. So yesterday when I was trying to come up with what I wanted to talk to you guys about today, I took a look at a slice of that market, just just attached, which are condos, townhouses, co-ops, across the city and suburbs, so across the entire marketplace, that are currently under contract. So from $500,000 to $600,000, where Ann's property is, where a lot of properties are, where people are buying, how many are under contract? Well, yesterday there were 38. So that means they're not pending, which means everything's done and they're ready to close, and they're not active on the market. So 38 in that narrow tranche of condos, co-ops, townhouses at that 100,000 slice from 500 to 600. 38 are under contract, and the median price, because average isn't really interesting, median price is $540. So they're more weighted towards the lower end of the $500,000 to $600,000 range. Interestingly, the average market time is just over 2 weeks. It's 17 days. That's it. They are selling so fast. Now, interesting, the size. There are no one bedrooms in that narrow slot. There are 21 two bedrooms, so the majority are 2 bedrooms, 15 3 bedrooms, and 2 4-bedroom homes. So when yours gets sold, it's going to be in there. The smallest was 1,300 square feet. The largest was 2,400 square feet. And I cut out the ones in the suburbs because suburbs just have more space. So in the city, of those properties, the largest was 2,400 square feet. 31 of those are in the city. Only 7 were in the suburbs and the surrounding areas. 6 were in Lincoln Park. 6 were in Lakeview. These are the community areas. 5 were in West Town. 4 were in the West Loop, and 2 were in South Loop. But interestingly, of the 38, 34 included 1 or 2 parking spaces in the price. Sometimes they would say they're not included in the price, but people want parking still.
Right.
So then I went down another rat hole. So what we're learning today is there is demand for well-priced properties. They will go under contract, and I took a look at the pictures of all of them. The pictures were beautiful. So these were listings that were prepped. So, okay. So now I've got a thing. So then I went in and looked at new properties, because you guys want to look at properties. New properties and I looked at single family homes under $1 million, trying to find something good in Chicago. There's a lot of terrible, but I looked for something good, and this is what came up. May I share?
Yes, please do.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Don't show these tips again. Okay. Window. So I call this interesting. No. This is a cute little single family home. So it's not a condo. It's a single family home, but it's a row house on Burling Street, just north of Fullerton, in the Lincoln School District. So a really good school district. People love it. This house, look at it, how darling it is. Red brick, historic looking.
Very cute.
I'm trying to do this without, there we go. Details. It was listed for $699,900, which is not a lot of money. That's just under $700,000. It's under $14,000 in taxes, though these people will be getting their triennial shortly. It's 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, no parking, though there's parking around. There are lots around that you can do it. And again, it's in the Lincoln School District. Now I'm saying, Kyle, why are you sharing this with me? So in the broker's notes on this listing, it says that they've received multiple offers. Best and final offers are due today at noon, and the agent lists the things that the sellers want to see. So they want to see an asking price. I mean, an offer price higher than the asking, so over $700,000. They want,
which is still way below the median sales price for a single family home in this neighborhood. which
Yep.
is in Lincoln Park, the median sales price is $1.6 million, guys, or $1.695 million, I think. So this is so much lower.
Well, yes. And also note the strategy. These people priced a good home with all of these great features, and we're going to show you pictures in a second, low, and have gotten multiple offers. So now they're going to go up in terms of their sale price. Had they started with an aspirational price, they might have gotten less than $700,000 because that people would have waited for the price to come down. Instead, they've gotten everyone excited, and it's gone up. So I will track this home to find out what it gets when it sells.
Good. Yeah, I want to see. So they're looking for an October close, short
5%
attorney
more
approval
or
and
more.
inspection.
5% more earnest money. They prefer all cash or a high percentage of a down payment. So there's real confidence that this thing's going to close. Short inspection and attorney review, as is rider. So you're not going to ask them to fix anything. And interestingly, they want a personal statement. They want a letter to the seller. I'm just saying. So,
and okay, let me just go back to that. Those, we call them love letters, the letter to the seller. I have one client that doesn't want to see them because she wants to just be straight up. I take a different tack. I do like a personal statement. And not because I want to know who's cute buying my house. I want to know like what they do for a living. Do they have stability? Do they, I mean, and when I say what they do for a living, I don't care what the job is. It should be a good job that pays a decent buck, that they've had for a while, that they aren't fly-by-nights, and that they're really going to get to the closing table.
Well, but you and I, the minute we get an offer, we find out who that person is. We Google a lot of them. And we are reporting that to our sellers. So,
absolutely.
But if that information is not available, or they try and they make an offer through a holding company, then we certainly need the personal statement. But so I've had, what's interesting. So to your point, your seller who said, I don't want a personal statement. I just want it to be based on the details of the offer because they don't want to have their heart wrenched. I've had people who love to get their heart wrenched and still go for the one that's most interesting. Even, the cutie, they don't care. So it's just interesting that they asked for it. So now let's just look because we are running out of time. Oh my gosh. Cute house. It's
adorable.
They've really accepted to make it look at that fireplace. Look at that wood.
Fun vintage fireplace. I love it.
Vintage, perfectly fine kitchen.
Absolutely.
Anything initially, nothing. And look, it's got an entrance to the back area, tiny bathrooms because they're not wasting their space on the bathrooms. The other this is the smallest bath, but there are other bathrooms that are slightly larger. Look at that pretty primary bedroom. Good golly. And look at how well that's staged because this house is empty. That pretty air makes the whole thing pop. This is, okay, I am 6 feet tall. I probably would be a little challenged in this basement. But it's a place to play and hang out and watch television.
Right. Absolutely.
And this is their backyard. You could do something with this, people.
Yep.
So that's it. Interesting? No?
They really did a lot with that. That's very interesting. Yes. Very interesting. Yes. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. That was a really good topic of conversation. It's going to be interesting to see. I do not have an offer yet on my 3900 Fremont, which is the 2-bedroom. I'm stunned. And I think in part because people are looking for something that's been recently renovated. But look at this one. It's in move-in, even though it's not brand spanking new. No, so
it just looks clean and ready to go.
Yeah, I love it. All right. Kyle, thank you very much for all the good stuff this week. Everyone watching, thank you for watching. And please follow us on social media and send us questions you'd like us to answer. We'll incorporate them into future shows.
Let's put a ribbon with our information. Put a ribbon. Can we put the ribbon across?
Oh, I could.
Yeah, there we go.
There we are. So yes, everybody, that's how you find us. Thanks for watching this week's Monday Morning Coffee with Kyle and Ann, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.